If you've never been to a soccer game, go experience it. If you go to NFL games or NHL games, it's fun. There's passion. It's exciting. I'm a huge sports fan. There's nothing in the world that compares to a FIFA World Cup game. Nothing. You can't in any way compare it until you see it. If you're a college football fan, it's a little bit of that, but on steroids times 1,000.
USA Today Sports here, Radio Row at the Super Bowl, from American football to the other football across the pond, but it'll be here. Yeah, FIFA. What a big year this is. America 250, Super Bowl, Winter Olympics, and of course the FIFA World Cup coming stateside as well. And of course one of the all-time greats here in the States, a man who has the MVP award named after him. It is the great Landon Donovan. Landon, how are you, sir?
Ralphie, thanks for having me.
All right, how many people have hit you up for tickets?
So many. That's a great question. I've
Cup.
not been asked that yet. You know, people do it in this sort of passive way. They'll be like, I was thinking about going with my son, and is there any way that you can? I'm like, do you want tickets, dude? Because I can't get them. I have to buy tickets. So, I mean, it's a hard ticket to get, but it's worth it. It's the biggest sporting event in the history of the planet. So it's going to be a hard ticket to get.
Yeah, just with all of the excitement that is around the sport here too, which we'll talk about that, I guess, in just a second. Anybody of note, anybody that we would know, anybody famous reach out to you and look for, and maybe they weren't looking for free tickets, maybe they were looking for a quote unquote buy sheet.
Right. Well, they also couch it as like, I'm happy to pay for it, right. But they're really so I have a guy I golf with, a guy named Brian Baumgartner, who's famous for being Kevin on The Office.
I used to live in Scranton, fun fact.
Okay, there you go.
So
So he is not so passively asked for tickets. And I say, Brian, you know those when you go to the mailbox and you pick up that residual check every week? Just spend some of that money, bud.
Yeah, some of that Cameo money he gets too.
And Cameo.
He's always top five.
He's the #1 or whatever guy. He told me this, and I'm like, really? And I'll watch him just sit on his phone and go, hey, Jennifer, Kevin here. He's so great.
Let's do a little vibe check here as far as the state of soccer in the U.S. How are you feeling about it?
Very good right now. Yeah. If you had asked me probably 8 months ago or a year ago, the team was in a pretty bad way. Injuries, team wasn't playing well. Some players were choosing not to come into some games. So there was, in our little soccer world, there was some consternation about it. Now, lots of players playing at a really high level for their club teams around the world. The team in their last friendly now, they've won 6 or 7 in a row, beat a very good Uruguay team who's ranked top 15 in the world, beat them 5-1. So the team's in a really good place right now. I'm very excited now for this summer.
You're excited about the men's and women's team?
Well, the women's team's easy to be excited about because they win all the time. So there's pressure there, but they always come through.
And how do you feel about the fact that the MLS MVP award is named after you?
It's pretty cool. When you play, well, at least me, when I played, I'm always focused on the next. But when you retire and you have time to reflect, it's pretty special. There were a lot of us who put in a lot of work to help get the league to where it is today. It's not perfect by any means, but the league is growing at an incredible rate, and I was proud to be a part of it.
The Lionel Messi trip to the States and, of course, to Miami. How do you think it has affected overall the state of soccer here in the U.S.?
There are quantifiable ways that, statisticians and data people could tell you how impactful he's been. And then there's just the anecdotal. I mean, I have an 8-year-old son. 3 times a week, he's walking around in an Inter Miami Messi jersey because he loves Messi and he wants to have the jersey, right? And so those are ways that you can't quantify yet, but my son will be a soccer fan for the rest of his life, not just because of Messi, but in large part because someone like that is playing here.
All right, so if you're a World Cup first-timer, which a lot of people will be here coming up, do you have any, tips for people? Anything, what do they need to know ahead of the World Cup?
Okay, there's a few things I would strongly recommend. Tickets are expensive. Okay, there's no getting around that.
Don't ask Landon.
But you are looking at and watching the biggest sporting event in the history of the planet. I tried to take my wife wanted to take my daughter to a Taylor Swift concert in Switzerland because we were there and doing something. And guess what? Tickets are expensive because she's a star, right? So if you want the ability to go see the world's best players in the world's biggest sporting event in the history of the planet. You have to pay for it, right? That's part of it. And I would recommend to anybody in any of these big cities, go see a game in person. If you've never been to a soccer game, go experience it. If you go to NFL games or NHL games, it's fun. There's passion. It's exciting. I'm a huge sports fan. There's nothing in the world that compares to a FIFA World Cup game. Nothing. You can't in any way compare it until you see it. If you're a college football fan, it's a little bit of that, but on steroids times 1,000, right? Because you have national pride too. So you have all these people from Colombia or Uzbekistan who's in the World Cup for the first time, or Mexico or Canada or the US, so it's your home country, or Brazil or Argentina, who are in the stadium with passion that you don't see in other sporting events, coupled with national pride, right? So it's not just the game on the field, it's national pride at stake. So if you have the ability to go see a game, go see a game. It is absolutely worth it. If not, you're not in one of these cities or you can't afford to, go sit at a bar. Don't sit at home. Go sit at a bar. It's the only event in the world where you can sit next to someone from Argentina who's sitting next to someone from Norway, who's sitting next to someone from Cape Verde in Africa, who's sitting next to someone from Peru. And you're all hanging out. Nobody speaks the same language, but you're loving it. You're watching the games. You're enjoying it. It's unlike anything else you'll ever do in your life.
Tailgating, yes or no?
Absolutely. Get there early. Have fun. Go to the fan zones. There are FIFA fan zones set up everywhere. Go to the fan zones. Experience it. I would just say engulf yourself as much as possible in the entire experience. It's going to be 6 weeks. You're going to hear it, see it all over your feed, everywhere. Go experience it.
Now, Landon, you're here obviously today at Radio Row at the Super Bowl with FIFA. What will you be on TV for the World Cup?
I will.
Okay?
I'll be broadcasting with Fox, so you'll see me a little bit on the desk in between some games, and then I'll be traveling, broadcasting games as well.
How are you enjoying, or how are you liking this TV career?
I love it. It's a lot of fun. At first, it's weird because, as you probably know, in this line of work, people just think you just pick up a mic and, oh, it's easy. But there's cadence, there's timing, there's rhythm, there's reps, there's practice, there's your chemistry with your partner. It's not as easy as it looks, but once you get the hang of it, I really enjoy speaking about this game that I love and helping people, particularly in a World Cup. Like you said, many, many millions of people will be tuning into soccer for the first time. And it's fun to help educate them while also giving like a little more in the weeds for people who really love the sport.
Yeah, that's a tough. We see that with every sport with broadcasting. I guess maybe even soccer now more so, because that balance of people coming in for the first time as opposed to the passionate fans who are
That's right.
maybe just as, if not more passionate than the NFL fan.
That's the thing that keeps me up at night most when I'm in these World Cups, because I'm trying to cater to someone who literally has never watched a soccer game. And how do you do it at a quote-unquote dumbed down enough level so they can understand it while being respectful to the people who watch every game every weekend, right? And so there's a way to do that. I think it doesn't mean I always get it right, but that is something I work hard to do.